create a sandbox. No, so first of all I need to copy the link that I want to paste in the hyperlink. So tools, reports and analytics, browse catalog. We'll go to the um, report name, we will go to the folder name and then we'll open the report. So there is open under report. After that we'll open the report and click under settings, share report link, current page. So copy the link this using the current page. Then we'll create a sandbox using configuration sandbox, create sandbox, and after that, after giving the name and publishable option and description, we'll choose the two tools. One is page composer and another one is page integration and page composer. After these two, we'll do create and enter, and then we'll go to the username. After login, in the login page, on the right, in the top right side of the page here, you have a username. So beside that, we'll click this button, downward arrow button, and here we'll choose the edit page. A gray window opens again. We'll go to other dashboard. There we need to click add content, configuration, and a hyperlink. We have to go to others, my dashboard, add content, configuration, and then hyperlink. So after that we'll give the three DTT, which is destination, target frame and text. Destination is the link that we copied, we need to paste it here. Target frame should be blank so that the new link opens in a new tab. So it should be opening in the new tab, so we need to give target frame blank. In text we need to here we have expression builder, so here click on this and we'll give the name of the here we need to give the report name, the window which is opened, in the window which is opened after we clicking the expression builder. So this is the text. Next thing is how to archive or unarchive. So there are two methods. First of all, below the report name we can go to more, archive, or and the to we under the DM or the report name. So again, to unarchive is to whenever we need to unarchive in the another instance. There are first method is more and archive. Another one is to go to the on the left side. There is a task window on the left side in the browse catalog. So there is an archive option there. We can click there as well after clicking the selecting the report name or the DM. First of all, always we need to archive the DM first and then the report. So we can use an archive to transfer it to different user or instance or folder to folder. What is the difference, how cloud concept came into picture is physical server was there, data centers were there, there was a data exchange between two, there a virtual server came into existence, that is nothing but cloud concept. Now how is the structure between the cloud and R12? R12 had business group, ledger, legal entity, operating unit and inventory org. So business group is replaced with uh, an enterprise in cloud. Post that there is a division which came into existence. Again the ledger, legal entity are same, operating unit is changed with business unit. Again there is a distribution center optional. Here both these division and distribution center are optional here. Again there is an inventory org. So there are four changes. BG is business group is replaced with enterprise. There is a division here. Operating unit is changed with business unit. Again there is a distribution center here. Both are optional, division and distribution center. The next thing is functional setup manager. So first of all we need to how to use a functional setup manager to create uh, an implementation project, and how to assign the task or to do setups to the team members. So first of all, we need to create an implementation user by which is a non-employee user. So as we know, implementation users are used for LAS, ledger, accounting, and setups. So that's why we are creating an implementation user here. Tools, security, tool security console, users. Here we will create a add user account, and here we will assign two duty roles using add role and add role membership. So I will search for uh, two duty roles: application implementation consultant and AIC and IT security manager. These are the two duty roles. I'll search using add role membership. So after that, after assign, this is the second step. First is to create implementation rules, second is to assign the duty roles, third is to add the options and uh, offerings and options, fourth is to create an implementation project, fifth is to create a task list based on the offerings and options. Assigning, next step is to sixth is to assign the task list to team members. After that, team members will do the setups individually, and after that we will be creating a report. We'll generate a progress report here, and each member will maintain the status of the setup. So for collective there will be a progress report generated, and each member will maintain its setup, like how much of the setup is done, so they will maintain it. And last one is to create a configuration package. It is nothing but to import or export the setup data. So in the configuration package there are two types. I can either import export the entire implementation project, or I can go for the upper level, which is offering an entire offering. I can import export an entire offering or a particular functional area of that offering. So how to do it? First of all, we need to, once we created a implementation and we have assigned the duty roles, next thing to do is to go to the login page. Beside the login page initials, there is a download arrow here. We'll go to setup and maintenance, setup financials. Then on the um, next thing is to go for, on the top right of the page, uh, here. So you can see here, in the, if this is the page, on the top right there is an action buttons. In the action button we'll go to offerings and then opt-in features. We'll go to offerings and then opt-in features, click on all the features that we want to include here. The status will be enabled at this point. Okay, so whichever which are not clicked, that will be not enabled, others will be clicked, will be enabled, and we'll click on done. So here we have created this step, enabling the offerings and options. Next one is to create an implementation project. So on the right side we have a task bar here on the right side. This was for the action button, the dot, and this is the task bar on the right side. So manage implementation project, we'll click on that, we'll click on plus, and we'll give the details. Again, here there are multiple options like managing the configuration package, etc., all this. So first of all, here I need to give the 5 to 6 7 fields. First is the name of the project, second is the code. After that, there is name, there is code, then there is description, then there is start date, end date, then there is assigned to which person this implementation project is assigned to, then there is status, if it is begin or not, started or not. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So these are the seven fields that you need to give: the name, code, description, which person this implementation project is assigned to, what is the start date, finish date for this, and then the status is not started here. Once we give all this information, we'll go to next. After going next, we will include all the uh, offerings, or whatever the offerings we have selected here, they come here. So we will, like in the finance module, this is the offering, right? We have selected in the initial process. So all these come here. So we need to click on all these things, whatever inside an offering, what are the opt-ins that we need to select, we will select it here. After going next, here we'll go to save and open project. We'll select all the offerings and we'll do save and open project. After that, a list of tasks comes, all the tasks which we need to perform, they come. And among those, there is a um, forward arrow, right side arrow is present, which will help us to directly navigate to do the setup directly. There's no need to uh, forgo for separate navigation. The task, every task will have a arrow, and it will help us to do the setups directly, and it will give the direct navigation. And among those all the tasks, there is a assign task button. So I'll click on assign task uh, to assign the task to each and every member, whatever the task is given to individual member. So this is the one. Here what to remember is, after giving this information, we need to again um, select the offerings, and whatever the tasks available here, we need to select these again, and save and do the save and open project here. And the task list comes from here, and we'll do assign task, and we'll have a setup arrow for the setups. Here in the offering stage, once you go to actions, go to offerings, beside the opt-in features, there are related documents are also present for our convenience. Okay. The next thing is, what are audit tables? So whenever a table has an underscore with it in front of it, it is an audit table. Last updated date, last update by, and invoice ID. So these are the all the schemas, owners, types, table space, and all the both, basically all of them are same for the audit table and the base table. Um, Now bursting, next concept is bursting. Bursting is nothing but splitting the data into multiple blocks, generating a document for each block, and delivering that. So splitting the data into multiple blocks, generating a document for each block, and delivering the document into one or more destinations. This is nothing but bursting. So it is done using a specific element called as key. And there are two keys. One is to split the data, one is to deliver the data. That is called as split by and deliver by. So basically there are these many parameters: KTLODO plus split by deliver by plus the type of delivery channel I'm choosing, that decides how many among the 10 parameters which delivery channel. Like if an email is chosen, so among 10 parameters I'll be using 8 parameters for email. So delivery channel decides the rest of the parameters. So KT load has key, then there is a template, locale, output name, delivery channel, output format, split by, deliver by, and the rest of the 10 parameters depending upon the delivery channel. So let's say if I want to deliver it to a particular destination or single destination, then what we'll do is we'll use a single value as key. For if I need to give a single output in the main query, and we'll use it the same for in the bursting query. And whereas if I want to give it to multiple destinations and stuff, then I will use a column value instead of that. So let's say I have let's say I have a main query as single. Let's select all those single or any value, standard value as key value from AP invoices, all these things with all and POZ suppliers. Uh, Vendor ID I have given for join, and vendor ID in 1, 2, 3, whatever the numbers are. Then I need to make sure that it is a distinct value. So in the select, now I have hard coded it as single. Okay, so this key value I'm taking in the main, this is the main query and this is the bursting query. So select key value, key, the template. So KT led all those parameters, like this is the key, there is the template, there is a locale. Then again, I have output name, output format, delivery channel, email is the delivery channel, output format. All these things are present, and then again I'll be selecting all the parameter 1 to 10 or parameter 1 to 8 depending upon 1 to 8 depending upon what kind of delivery channel I'm using from. Now I'll be using, instead of a table name, I'll be using a query here. Select distinct single key value. See, again I'm using the same thing, single key value. I've given a name, column name, uh, from invoices all and all these things. Same query is written again. So here this can be hard coded, like I have hard coded it NUS locale XTO. So because I'm dealing with bursting, so the internal name for this is XTO underscore. So column XTO. This is a user report. So this is user report locale. So this is nothing but the parameter for locale. So because it's a user report, so XTO user report locale. Uh, so in the how to do it, first we'll go to, where is it? Yeah, we'll first of all go to tools, report analytics, browse catalog. We'll go to new DM and diagram tab. In the diagram tab, we'll select the bursting. Here we have data sets, parameters, flex fields, LOB, event triggers, and bursting. So go to this tab. We'll click on plus. We'll give a name. The type, which is SQL query, bursting query, type is SQL query, and we have a data source which is FSM. So in multi-file bursting, if you have multiple files, we'll include the column name in the select list of the normal query depending upon with which I need to have a key. Okay, here instead of a standard value, I will give a vendor name as key. Okay, the locale and stuff, template and all these things are given, and again I'm directly giving it here. Again select distinct vendor name and a vendor ID from, so here vendor ID is used because instead of the output file, I can be used in the output file name. So vendor ID dot PDF, vendor ID concatenated with dot PDF in the, it is used in the output name. There are two parameters, right? The output format and output name. So this will be used it here. It's important to use distinct here, and here it was instead of hard coding it, it was colon XTO user output locale. It was user output user report XTO user report locale. Okay. So again, after the query, so we have selected SQL query here. So we will give him with the bursting query here. The main query goes here in the datasets query, while the bursting query goes here. Type is SQL query. FSCM is the data source. We'll give the SQL bursting query here, and we need to give two mandatory keys, which is split by and deliver by. So both should be same. Whatever we give here key, the same thing will be given it here, split by and deliver by. The next thing is, let's say I have assigned certain roles to users, but they are not visible. So what we usually do is we do a login logout. But even if we do login logout, and if they are still not visible, then what we do is, first of all we'll go to uh, schedule browser. We'll go to tools, where is it? Yeah, we'll go to tools, we'll go to schedule process, schedule new process. Here, retrieve latest LDAP changes. The navigation is tools, schedule process, sorry, tools, schedule process, schedule new process. We'll go to retrieve latest LDAP changes. So it will help, it runs and it assigns the roles to the users. If this is not working, then we can go to in the login page, beside the this downward arrow in the login page, we can go to setup and maintenance. We can search here as run synchronization, user and role synchronization process. So in the setup and maintenance, we'll go to right side, this taskbar, we'll search here run user and role synchronization process, which in turn runs the same program. It internally runs the retrieve latest LDAP changes. So these are the two methods. Again, the next thing is if the email is working or not. If I want to check, so what we can do is we can schedule it for the testing purpose. We can go to more near the report name, and we can go to schedule. In the schedule, in the output tab, there is a destination section. So destination section, we'll go for destination type. Here is email, and so I'll choose the destination type as email, and I'll click on add destination. We'll give, after clicking on this, we'll give the to CC, reply to, message and subject, all these parameters, and we'll do the submit. After doing submit, we need to give the report job name, because it's not registered as an ESS job yet. So we'll have to give a, after submitting, we have to give a job name. After that, giving it, we'll return it. Again, in below the report name, we'll go to more and history. We can see the whatever the report is submitted, and what are the if it has received or not here. Yeah, again here in the output tab, bursting name, apart from this add destination, there is a what is the name of the bursting, what is the layout, what is the format, what is the local, time zone and calendar, all these things. So here in the, when we schedule it in the output tab, all these things are given: bursting, layout, format, local, time zone and calendar.